football has come to the west coast of Florida, and we are at Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa. Ahead will decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game, as we've got a great one in store between the Carolina Panthers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Wilson. Flush to his right. He's got his tight end. It's Tommy Tremble. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jamel Dean. And the Bucs are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. And certainly, look, you're on the road in the playoffs. That is a suboptimal start, opening drive INT.
And, partner, sometimes I wonder, do these teams talk about it to such an extent that maybe you almost talk yourself into the turnover when you're trying to avoid it?
Yeah, maybe they get a little too worried about keeping the football, and then you give it to the other team right off the bat. And look, we said it, on the road, this is just a terrible, terrible start for them.
It is, and now they've got to rely on their defense.
Looking downfield for Godwin. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Lawrence. Eluding the pressure right. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And Harris is not going to get there. Great work defensively to stop him short. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Succop on now for the Buccaneer field goal. This one from 46 yards out. Succop's kick is good. Every possession in the postseason magnified. And look, it's just the opening drive. They didn't get the touchdown they wanted, but at least they got on the board.
They got on the board. They've got their home crowd into it as well. And remember, in the playoffs, the game slows down a little bit, so every point is precious.
This fielded right at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, They have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Going back to Marshall. He's got him again. And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So that as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
Well, that play really didn't fool them. They completed the screen pass, but for lost yardage, a really nice play by the defense.
And they'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
They're able to break through that initial contact and winds up getting about 3 there. It's 2nd down. Harris going to get it again on 2nd down. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. They're looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. That pick hurts a little extra because he was 3rd down. You were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week? Situational football. Understand what's going on, because you expressed it perfectly. 3 points were in their hip pocket. They had those. Now, those went by the wayside. You cannot make those kind of mistakes.
That's what you call a rookie mistake. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And finally out of bounds all the way down at about the 2. 50 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. McCaffrey. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Panthers have taken the lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
On first down, Lawrence. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. On second down, it's Harris. And for a second straight play, just nowhere to go thanks to this Carolina defense. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Lawrence. That's swung out wide to Harris. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. And he completes it to the tight end, Knox. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. They hand this off to Harris. Powers through him. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now Lawrence to throw. He finds Ross right side. It's complete. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Second and 10. Lawrence will throw. Slant route to Miller. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Harris. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Now Lawrence. Flushed out right. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Trevor Lawrence, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Bucs are going to retake the lead. Extra point put through by Succop. And the lead is now 10-7. gets Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. From the end zone comes Chris Claybrooks to return. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play. The goal of anyone running a curl route is to make sure you try and get defenders on your back and shield them away from the football. But sometimes even when you run a good route, the defense finds a way to knock it away.
On third down, Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Carolina. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And normally when you see guys move it this fast, it might be a fly pattern from a receiver or a toss sweep from a tailback or something like that. This was designed as a passing play, and then he got out of the pocket, and he just took off, and he just kept gaining momentum with every step.
This is Tony Pollard. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the times when you talk to offensive coaches, they say balance is we do what we want when we want to. And that means that they're ahead of the defense, keeping them on their heels.
Well, they imposed their will on that last drive. 3 yards remain for second down. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Lawrence on third down. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up fourth down.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their third drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
This will be fielded at the 17. A punt of 46, a return of 5. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick-6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the third row.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 74 yards rushing for him now as he has been strong here in the first half of this divisional round matchup. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. They'll try and run for this with Hubbard. And he will have the 1st down as he's brought down up near midfield.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Flush to his right. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
So, Charles, you look at this offense, you think about it, you got a rookie quarterback at the helm. You're in the divisional round of the playoffs here. That head of his just has to be spinning, doesn't it?
Well, normally you'd have to say yes, but I do think that the way things went last week, how he played in the wild card win, how sensational he was, that'll stop his head from spinning. And now he's in a situation that's getting towards uncharted territory, because you've got Joe Flacco, Mark Sanchez, the only 2 rookies to win 2 playoff games in 1 year. He's trying to join that company, but it's not going to be easy to get it done.
He'll dump this one off to Hubbard. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. Stopped short, down at the 1. Had the great move, but couldn't get all the way to the end zone. So 3rd and inches, and this will be the 9th play of the drive. Wilson on the keeper, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Zach Wilson keeping it himself from a yard out, and the Panthers are able to grow their lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Now Pollard. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. Now Lawrence on 1st down. Throw left side complete. That's Harris. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
On 3rd and 1, it's Lawrence. Going deep this time for Miller. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Panthers are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question, because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw taken in by Samuel.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. Well, one thing's for sure. They're going to have to come up with something at halftime because he is absolutely roasting them right now.
They're going to go through the whole litany of things, changing coverages. What are we going to do to put a man on him? The big thing to me is treat it like a good pitcher treats pitching a game. Change your timing, change your location. So sometimes you're up on him, sometimes you're back. Just change up the looks that he sees and make him just a little bit more hesitant.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 11.
Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. They'll drop this underneath to Pollard.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
Eluding the pressure right. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC Divisional Round matchup. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. This taken in at the goal line. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And, Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
Oh, he bowls over it.
And this is going to be a Bucs first down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence.
Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. On the give, this is Harris. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 72 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Well, good job shifting right, finding his target. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
Flushed out right. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn.
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Tony Pollard, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Bucs are able to make this a close game again. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for two. They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do.
Another run with McCaffrey on second down.
And he's got room. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Carolina.
Christian McCaffrey, a guy that can beat you in so many ways. He's a threat to go the distance literally every time he touches the football.
And that's his second touchdown run of this game, and this one, add a high degree of difficulty to it as well. I'm absolutely marveling at how effortless he makes this look. I mean, let's face it, he had a long way to go. But how about the vision, the creativity with the football in his hands? It's really something to watch.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
Now Pollard. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
From the 22, Lawrence. Open man is Howard, the tight end. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Here's Lawrence.
Steps away to his left. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Now Lawrence.
Flush to his right. Works right side into the hands of the tight end, Knox. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 38-yard line. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Harris. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
86 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Finding Knox there, complete.
And the Buccaneers are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
And how nice is it for him to know that when he gets outside the pocket, he's got a reliable tight end he can go to. So he's able to look his way, find his big target, and set up 1st and goal.
Lawrence flushed out right. And he almost had his 2nd pick of the game. Probably should have. Yeah, he's frustrated as it falls incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
On 2nd down now, it's Harris. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Now Lawrence to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That pass play good for 7, but it still brings up a 4th and goal. They're going for it. This is Harris. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Najee Harris punching it in from a yard away. And the Bucs have made this a 1-score game. Succop for the extra point. And this is back to a 5-point game. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Wilson. That's caught. It's McCaffrey again. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Play action. It's Wilson. They'll roll him out right. That's complete out right to the tight end, Trimble. And he's going to get this inside the 30. One quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. Down to about the 22 here. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a 1st down. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll run with McCaffrey. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made that time by Vita Vea. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's the give to Hubbard. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down. Flush to his right. That's to his running back. Complete. And he has the 1st down before he's tackled at the 5.
This game has been a lesson, a clinic in how to throw the football. I mean, even with a big lead, they're not turning off the engine. They're not getting off the gas at all. They plan to keep going at them, and it's working for them.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Marshall. Touchdown! Terrace Marshall, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Panthers are moving closer to a date now in the NFC Championship game as they're able to extend this 4th quarter lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the 4th quarter, the divisional round, and they need to come up with something as they get this drive started. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Nice satisfying run on 1st down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
Oh, he just needed to throw it away, but instead, out of bounds he goes, and that's a sack.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
The Bucs on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Lawrence will throw. He gets it complete to Harris. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the 1st. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Eluding the pressure right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bucs try it on 4th down, but come up empty. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Back to the ground on 1st, it's McCaffrey, finding room to the 20. And finally down at the 9-yard line.
Brendan, every great running back's cut. I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's probably run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
He pushes forward from maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, break at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. They'll try and run. Here's Hubbard. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Chuba Hubbard taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Panthers continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that will make this a 19-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Pollard to return from the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4. To throw on 2nd and 6, Lawrence. Looking downfield for Godwin. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Chris Godwin, 74 yards. And the Buccaneers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point up and good by Succop. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And now 1st downs are key. They want to keep that clock moving up by 2 scores as they try to cement their place in the conference championship round in 1 week's time. And now defensively they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now it's the backup Newton. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. Here's Newton. Found his target. It's Anderson. And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the 4th quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
Flushed out right. This is complete to Hawkins. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. Throwing here, Newton. He finds his man, complete. It's Hawkins. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. 3rd and 2, Newton. He finds his man, complete. It's Hawkins. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards.
I thought he did a nice job there of reading the coverage and realizing he didn't have anything downfield. So what quarterback doesn't love having a running back who's a terrific safety valve that he can dump the ball off to and turn it into a big hitter anyway?
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Buccaneers are right back in this football game. Well, in all likelihood, this ball game's still over. I mean, even with the interception, 2-score game, they need a miracle.
Curious decision to even throw the ball in that situation, but maybe they saw a stacked line of scrimmage and said, hey, it's better to try and throw it than to try and run against it. In any event, I think you're exactly right. Now, the other team can pad theirs.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. Throw left side complete. That's Marshall. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Buccaneers have it.
Well, I'm guessing that on the sidelines there might be a few words said about that mistake there, but I don't think it's going to hurt them in the long run. They're still going to get out of here with a win.
Yeah, they got the 2-score cushion, but you know what coaches say, Charles? Finish strong.
Finish the game out the way it's supposed to be played. In fact, coaches might be secretly happy. Gives them a chance to do a little extra coaching next week.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. On 1st down, Lawrence. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well.
Hit as he throws, and the ball is out. It's a live football. But it looks like a Buccaneer was able to corral it. Yes, the Bucs have it. Tampa